Hello everybody and welcome to this special SUPboarder video where we interviewed Brendon about the film Circumnavigate. Of course, Brendon is from the long paddle. He circumnavigated mainland Britain on a SUP last year. And this film, Circumnavigate by Reddaway, who is a fantastic producer. This premieres tonight, Friday the 18th of March in the UK. Now, I was lucky enough to get a sneak peek at the film before its release so I could chat with Brendon about the film, about what's coming up next for the long paddle, for himself, for the future as well, and the charity that he works with. And also a little bit of insight into what's changed since he's completed the long paddle. Of course, we're not going to give too much away about the film, but it was great that we could chat with Brendon about it and just let you know that this film is going to be touring at the UK as well. So make sure you get your tickets. I'm going to put some links below on this video so you are able to get some more information. Now, this film, obviously it follows Brendon around with the circumnavigation, but it also brings in a whole lot of water safety, which is the main reason Brendon set out to circumnavigate mainland Britain. Water safety is a key part of anyone who goes near the ocean, and he's really trying to develop the water safety through apps, through education in schools. We chat a little bit about that, but just want to let you know that this is really a driving feature of the film. He really talks about his experiences on the water, paddling through tides, currents, winds, swells, all of that kind of stuff, and how he managed to navigate his way through those tricky situations. So it's really relatable to anyone. I found this film a really inspiring watch, such a fantastic insight into Brendon's life, his family life as well, while he was away. I'm going to stop talking now. Let's hand it over to Brendon, introduce him, and what the film is all about.
How have you been?
Yeah, good. It's just so busy. It's a funny world because I didn't prepare myself or understand what would happen after the paddle. And you have these understandings, or you have these. And I was trying to be as flexible as possible. It always takes you in a different route, I suppose. And what we're trying to do with the long paddle legacy and the charity, there's not enough hours in the day really. So, no. And COVID's been terrible, but COVID's been brilliant in promoting what we're doing.
That's good.
Just because people coming out of COVID and I want to see the world, want to do things, or realize they've missed out on that type of water safety education, and it's what happens next, and then you're the first person outside of the kind of circle. I mean, I've only seen the documentary once.
Right.
You're the first person to kind of see it and to say anything about it.
Okay. Right.
Wow. And that's weird because I obviously had no input on it. So as I said, I saw it for the first time last week, and I was nervous because not that I don't trust Will, but that the narrative was strong enough for an hour and a half film. An hour and a half is a long time, and it's too long to watch paddleboarding because it'd be boring after 10 minutes. But I hope that he's done a really good job, and the proof's in the pudding, really.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. By the way, it is an incredible film. I'd recommend everyone to watch it, and the reason is just because it is so inclusive. You don't have to be a paddleboarder. You don't have to know the ocean. You don't have to be in the ocean every day. You can be someone from inland, and it's so relatable. You're just so personable in it, and you really open up about your life, how the ocean has really shaped how you live and how you're connected with it, and how you can help others learn about safety around it, because it is such a beast in its own right. But Will's done a fantastic job, and so have you, just speaking about all these different topics around water safety and getting this message across in such a great narrative that through paddleboarding. But like I said, it's just inclusive. So even, someone who doesn't paddleboard could watch it and love it. And I really like that about it.
Mate, that's it's kind of almost a little bit emotional to hear you say, because you're the first person to talk about it. And I was very cautious, and because I do open myself up, and it's not my film, it's Will's film, and he's going to show it all over the place, and I'm being open up to people I don't even know, and that's a weird sensation when you kind of you're almost like a dog lying on its belly with its legs in the air.
Of course.
Your belly's exposed. So yeah, to hear you say that, and I hope you're genuine in that. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Oh, of course, yeah, definitely, 100% genuine in that. That was such a well put together piece of a film, and yeah, it started off just so hard hitting, and you don't really expect that from watching a documentary about circumnavigating mainland Britain. But it's for that reason of water safety. And I wanted to ask you what developments have come out of that. How is the app going? How is the charity moving forward?
The charity's got a lot of publicity from everything, which is brilliant. Mm-hmm. The long paddle's got lots of publicity. I mean, a year ago, I was phoning and trying to meet people and trying to get sponsors, and no one will listen. Whereas now sponsors are ringing me, and that's a very different world to be in. Very different world to be in. Mm-hmm. As far as the app's concerned, we took 10 steps forward, and I reckon we've now taken 20 steps back. Right. And the reason for that is the technology they call it space tech. The technology that's involved in the location, GPS, and all that is so complicated. It's beyond me. And I thought I'd got to a level where I could understand it, but it's so complicated and so expensive. So that's why what was planned to be a year thing with the long paddle has turned into a 5-year kind of legacy. And to perpetuate the ongoing interest, I'll do some sort of paddles every year for 5 years to keep the interest going, which kind of suits me. I've got to a level of fitness on the board that I want to keep going for as long as I can. So that works, and it gives me another focus away from all this, because this can all be a bit too consuming sometimes. So that's kind of where we're at. So that's why the film coming out, it's a big, poignant step. I'm going to tour Britain with it. So I'm going to go to 25 locations around Britain, which is just that people will even want to come and pay to watch is amazing. But that all helps awareness and the finances. And then I'm in the process of writing a book as well. So there's that aspect of it. And then, we always had schools, we train hubs now. So we get like 2 or 3 teachers from each school, from about 15 schools, they all come. Mm-hmm. And those sort of hubs now take a different interest, because they say, well, tell us about the long paddle and then tell us the educational stuff, and that's different. People want to hear it and appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think's next for the long paddle? I saw there was a list you put up 6-8 months ago, maybe. There was a long list. Yeah, very, very sexy list. Any insights, any teasers into what you're thinking about, or just keeping it quiet at the moment?
Well, what I plan to do this year has totally been stopped because of just 2 things, really. COVID still being a bit of a problem and not eased into it yet. Mm-hmm. In a normal world. Yeah. So that stopped a lot of the traveling stuff I wanted to do this year. And also what Russia are doing doesn't help some of the stuff I want to do in Europe. So actually I've gone from thinking, right, I'll do this second year, to I want to attempt some of the 24-hour records. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One, because that's quite simple to do, not easy, but simple to organise. Yeah. Doesn't take me away from the family this year, which is important. Yeah. And also that gives me the freedom then to plan the bigger stuff for next year. Yeah. So I've got a sponsor on board to provide the board for the specific 24-hour stuff. So more information will come out on that. Just trying to find the best location for it now, really. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Brendon, amazing to chat with you about
no worries, buddy.
Long paddle, about Circumnavigate. The film is incredible. Will's done such a fantastic job putting it together. I'll definitely send him a separate email just to let him know how amazing it is.
Oh, that'd be
come
awesome.
Across fantastic in it. Yeah, you come across really well. Everything is just, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to watch it again.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. If you can share the love, that really help with what we're trying to do, and to people to come and see the documentary. That will really help. I'm probably going to watch it today just because the premiere's on Friday, and I'm going to talk for 10 minutes, so I need to get that sorted. So I need to watch it again, really. But my kids and stuff, and Helen aren't going to watch it till Friday on the premiere.
Oh, right.
So, and they came across, they have some home truths that came in there.
Definitely.
So it's a big part of the Devon Prince's life at the minute. Just really honoured that if people want to watch it, and if people enjoy it, then that's awesome.
Brendon is just such an inspiring guy. I really suggest that you jump on the links below. You look at when the film Circumnavigate is coming near you in the UK. Please do go and see it. Brendon, it would be stoked for you if you would come along, spread the message of this film, spread the message of water safety, and we can't wait to see what is coming out next from Brendon and the Long Paddle. A big shout out to Will Reddaway as well, who made the film. Fantastic feature, and really thanks so much guys for watching. Go out and see the film.